Hello everyone, the wheel is turning and we're approaching Imbolc. It's coming up very shortly. So I'm just pulling some rushes so that I can make a cross, a Bridget's cross for this year, and a little bridge oak that I like to make every year as well. So it's a very exciting time for me at the moment because on Thursday, the 1st of February, next Thursday, I'm on the Weaving Remembrance podcast, and I'll be doing a 2-hour talk all about Bridget and Imbolc and the different customs and folklore and traditions. So if you've signed up for that, I'm looking forward to seeing you there. And I've also been really fortunate to be invited down into South Connemara to an arts centre to give a talk about Bridget and Imbolc there as well. And it's going to be a wonderful evening down in Carrow Row because there is an installation of a holy well and there's going to be singers, and it just sounds like it's going to be a really beautiful evening. So very, very busy at the moment. And then going into March, I've also been invited to participate in what's it called? Herbal Priestess Summit, and that's in March. But I'll put all the links below if anybody would like to know more about these events, because they just sound absolutely wonderful. And it's great to think that more and more women are turning back to the divine feminine, to the goddess, to nature. And when you start working with plants, that's pretty much inevitable, really. So as I was saying, I'm just pulling these rushes to make a Bridget's cross and a bridge oak, and I can put some films up so you can see how I made them last year. But Imbolc is not just about making Bridget's crosses and making the little bridge oaks. There's a lot more to the celebration than that. I'm just going to gather an oak leaf or two as well. So I'll just see if I can find some oak leaves, because I like to decorate the bridge oak with some oak leaves because the oak is also sacred to Bridget. So apart from the crafting, we're also moving to the very beginning of the agricultural year. And so I've got all my tools in the greenhouse ready to be oiled and cleaned and blessed, ready for the start of the new agricultural year. I'll just leave those there for now and I'll show you my tools. So Imbolc is a really lovely, lovely time of the year. Lots of people associate the Bridget's cross with Imbolc. It's Bridget's Day, La Féile Bríd. And so there's lots of customs, there's lots of traditions, lots of celebrations to be had. But we have to remember as well that as it's the beginning of the agricultural year, it's a perfect opportunity to get all our tools into working order, to refresh them. So I'm here with my little bit of sandpaper and I've got a sharpening stone, and I'm just going to get all the tools spruced up ready. For our ancestors, the beginning of the agricultural year was so important because everything, I suppose, depended on what a good start you had. So the best way to start is to make sure your tools are in perfect order. And also I've got some Bridget's well water here from Fogart up in County Louth, and I'm going to use this water to bless the tools and all the seeds. I've got my bag of seeds here, and I've got my box of seeds, and I've got another box inside. So I've got lots of seeds saved in here from the garden, and seeds that I've purchased from seed companies such as Irish Seed Savers. So I'll be blessing those with the holy water from Bridget's well. So I'm giving the tools a little sand to take off any rust or dirt, and then I'll be oiling them I've got a nice cloth here, it's absorbent. Just put some oil on. Oops. And it just brings the tools back to being as good as new, ready for that agricultural year start. So we're moving from winter. We've recently celebrated the winter solstice, and now we're moving towards springtime. And in Ireland, Imbolc, the 1st of February, is the first day of spring. And we already have daffodils and primroses coming up and lots of buds on the trees. And it's a really warm day today as we approach Imbolc. So hopefully we'll have one more bad day on Imbolc itself, which will prevent the Coilleoch from getting up to get more firewood so that she can keep the winter going. If we have a bad day, she stays in bed, and then the spring will creep in and Bridget will take over, and we've got that maiden energy for springtime. So this is the beeswax candle that I made with the small amount of wax that we got from our own bees. And I'm going to light this just to create a little sense of ceremony and ritual as I bless the tools with the water from the holy well, Bridget's holy well in Foggart in County Louth. So it's interesting about the bees. I'm going to go down and bless the bees as well, because they're also helping us to pollinate the plants and to provide us with some honey. But the bees are a gift of Bridget. She brought them from the other realm because she thought it would be nice for us to have some sweetness in our lives. So Bridget, I beseech you to bless the tools and to bless our seeds, that we have an abundance within our crops this year. And I give you thanks. So I'm going to go down now and bless the bees. Let's see, it's a lovely calm day, so the candle should stay lit. Wow, it's great to see the bees are out and about. They must be enjoying the fresh air and the sunshine. It's a surprise to us as well after the storms we've just had. The candle has blown out on the way here, but I'm not going to relight it because the smell might excite the bees. But I am going to just bless the hive and ask for blessings from Bridget for good health and happiness for these bees, and bless the hive with the holy water from Foggart, from the holy well. Thank you, bees, it's great to see you. Don't stay out too long and get cold. So Bridget is a goddess of fire. She rules the return of the sun in springtime. She rules the hearth and the forge, and also the fire in the head, which is the poet's inspiration. So we've got a little bonfire going, and what I'm going to do now is bring all the greenery from the house that we had in there for the solstice and Christmas celebrations and put it all on the fire to burn. Ooh. Ooh. And finally onto the fire. This is the little bridge oak from last year, because I'll be making a new one for this year. So she goes onto the fire now. So I'm off to retrieve my candle, and I'm wishing you all the best for Imbolc, and I hope you have a wonderful day, and I hope the weather is absolutely terrible so that we can actually move on into springtime. So see you next week. Have a wonderful time. Bye bye. I hope you enjoyed today's film. If you did, subscribe and hit the bell for notifications. And have a look at the website danusirishherbgarden.com for more information about us and about the herbal medicine courses I offer and the Wise Woman Way training. And if you go to the shop, you can find the books, the weed handbooks and other herbal goodies. And remember, we put a new film out every Sunday. So looking forward to seeing you next week.